जो बोलते थे कि अगर चेस सीख लोगे ना तो पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छे हो जाओगे.
Yes.
Is that true?
We get a lot of feedback from parents. Okay, my child is now very, very humble.
So are you seeing kids giving up screen time to play chess?
100%. Most important challenging thing is getting the right people to teach chess. So coaches are something that we help with, and we help the franchisees to optimize their resources, how to segregate batches, how to make use the best of the space, how to conduct tournaments.
Today in the world of chess, India has one world champion, around 100 grandmasters and 10 million people watching a game of chess, which is more than the viewership of most of the IPL matches. The game of chess was already there. But is India ready now as a market to build a real business around chess? My guest today is trying to answer that question with real action. She runs one of India's fastest growing chess franchises. Please welcome Chief Operating Officer of Chess Klub, Ms. Sahana Patil.
So is chess a battle of intelligence or it's a battle of ego?
Definitely intelligence and matter of time, because there are a lot of games that are played and won or lost because of time pressure. So it's both.
It's both?
It's time and intelligence, of course.
Okay. तो मैं जब छोटा था ना तो मतलब उस समय तो हम सिर्फ विश्वनाथन आनंद को जानते थे.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल.
एंड चेस पे इतना कोई जोर नहीं दिया जाता था, राइट?
Yes.
चेस वाज द ओनली स्पोर्ट जो बोलते थे कि अगर चेस सीख लोगे ना तो पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छे हो जाओगे.
Yes.
इज दैट ट्रू?
To a certain extent. There are a lot of things that happen, right? It is also about calculation. You vision the board, right? There are players, there are students who don't have the board in front of them, but they still can visualize the board, and the photographic memory increases.
Wow.
Your calculation, your strategic thinking increases, and you make calculated moves in your life also. Because of all these reasons, yes, you certainly get a little better at your studies. But end of the day, padhai to karni hai. For example, when we started Chess Club, right? It's been we started in 2019. It's been about 7 years now, 6 years, 7 years. When kids start learning chess and they've been with us for 3 to 4 months, we get a lot of feedback from parents. Okay, my child is now very, very humble. Most of the parents do come to us and tell, अच्छा इसका maths improve हुआ है.
Okay. So like in any other sport, right? Only 1% of the kids or whoever is playing the sport will make it to the top.
Correct.
Right. Maybe even less in chess.
Yes.
Right. But the 100% who are playing will definitely have some benefit of it.
Yes.
In school, in their work.
Yes.
Right. But does it help, like for me, like an adult, to start playing chess now?
100%.
Okay.
Right. All of us have got so busy in our life, right? All of us are so engrossed with our work and our relationships. We've forgotten there was a concept called hobby. Like you rightly said, there's 1% that really cracks it. You never know. You could be the oldest grandmaster, if not the youngest.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why Ola called you to have a chess evening at their office? And Ola is I think the right place to use chess as a stress buster.
Yeah. So Ola called us, or several of other corporates call us to do corporate tournaments as an amazing team building activity, right? So chess as a game can also tie back to leadership qualities. Not only just with Ola, with Amazon, with Adobe, with several companies, Digital River in the US, both online and offline, to build the team together who like the same sport. They needed professionals to handle the tournament with a very fair possible way. So that's where we were invited. That's a good piece of information that you have there.
Okay. But the toughest part, coming to the toughest part that Chess Club has actually cracked, is how to convince parents to pay for making their kids sit and learn. And a much tougher part than that is how to convince students or kids to sit properly for an hour and learn.
Both are actually very easy. Okay, for us it has not been any problem at all. It's all about educating the parents, and the best part is the parents today are educated already. They know okay, I want my child to go with one mental activity, one mental sport, and then one physical sport. Take care. And we're lucky because chess is the first thing that comes to anybody's mind when it comes to mental sport, right? And we start at the age of 6.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We even have children who are between 4 to 6 who we make them sit in special batches.
Do they really sit?
Yes. Surprisingly, yes. And they don't want to go back home. That's the biggest compliment that one can get who is into a business like this. How to make them sit is to make it interesting. Okay. Make it very playful and involve them in every stage, right? So we don't just teach in a plain Jane, okay, ye rook hai, ye pawn hai, isko move karna hai. No. We make it very interactive. We make it very playful. And what we do is we break down the classes in very small interactive sessions, which are in a form of puzzles.
Okay. So are you seeing students, especially kids, giving up screen time to play chess?
100%.
Oh.
100%.
So this works?
Yes. It works. If you've observed, right, I don't know how much you follow chess, but a lot of world championships or a lot of renowned chess tournaments all happen over the board. So there's a social element to it also. So you meet new people, and yes, there is very, very little screen involved there.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Recently, we have many youngsters becoming grandmasters from India, right? In my time, I knew only Vishwanathan Anand, and
Yes.
I have learned a story that Vishwanathan Anand used to travel, distances to find someone at his level to play with.
Yeah.
Right, for practice.
Yes.
Now that is not the case, right? Lot of students, lot of kids have started playing chess as a
Yes.
hobby, as a professional game. But how does the winning of our youngsters and becoming grandmasters has helped parents to make that choice for their kids?
Fantastic question. I think it becomes a catalyst, right? So, for example, Kohli hits a century. Everybody rushes to make sure their kids join the cricket academy. It's the same effect that has happened to chess. But more so, what it has done is people see how humble is Gukesh. His wins don't affect him, his losses don't affect him, right? The way he reacts to every opponent with respect, everybody's seeing that on screen. So what and they have started reading articles. When something becomes or comes in vogue, right? When something becomes talk of the town, it becomes talk of the dinner tables. So these names, Pragnananda, Gukesh, Nihal Sareen, Arjun Arigesi, these people have also started showing up on brand deals, right? You will see them on advertisements, you will see them on hoardings, you will see them on books. If you see, there are a lot of world champions, and not world champions, there are very few world champions. There are a lot of good players they're going to contest for world championship eventually, right? Magnus Carlsen, Vishwanathan Anand, all of those people or other countries that you see, they're in their 30s, right? Or rather 40s, who are going to make it now. Whereas our Indian players that you see who are, there and really making it big are just in their 19, 18, they're in teens, just barely there, going to touch their 20s. So which means they have not hit their peak yet. They have so much time in their hand, which also means they're going to be in news for a very, very long time, at least 10 years.
But you took two very stark examples of Gukesh and Virat Kohli.
Yes.
Virat Kohli, every ball you can see his expressions, and Gukesh,
Yes.
like win or lose, he is doing his work, right? I would rather compare Virat Kohli with Magnus Carlsen.
Yes. Magnus is very expressive.
Yes, very expressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Sana, in Hungary, there is a family who kind of brought up their kids, 3 daughters,
Yes.
just playing chess.
Yeah.
Right? They wanted from the beginning, and it was an experiment, they wanted their daughters to become grandmasters.
Yes.
And they are now famously called Polgar sisters.
Yes.
Right? They are the world's best women chess players in the world today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, my question is that we have so many women chess players in India as well. But when can we see more grandmasters coming out of those women chess players?
It's just a matter of time. To be honest, We have some really strong players in India today. Okay, Vaishali, Divya Deshmukh, Kuneru, Hampi, they are really making India really, really proud on the global platform. And not just that, right? Tanya Sachdev has been a chess commentator for a decade now, and nobody matches her energy. It's just a matter of time that a lot of people, know these faces and names. Vantika Agrawal recently became the face of LG, right? So, it's, very, very soon you will see more famous chess women players in India. We're just counting days.
So you spoke about your franchises, right?
Yes.
So how does this chess club works? Because I see last 2 years you have grown from 5 to 35 centers.
Yes.
And not only in India but also in US, right? How does this work? How does the metrics work?
We always wanted to grow this business with the franchisee model. Okay, we wanted chess to touch lives at the grassroots level, and we knew for a fact that we can't go to every city, every town, every village for that matter, and teach chess, right? So we thought the best way possible to do that was through franchisee. So we started building this mechanism right from the day we had our first center in Bangalore. Okay, so how does it work? It's a pretty straightforward model. It is franchisee owned and franchisee operated. We give you 3 models, as in 3 size of centers that you could get started with. Someone who owns an existing business like a preschool, studio, music academy, blah, 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 have about 250 square feet in the evening to spare to dedicatedly learning chess or teaching chess for that matter.
Okay. So wait a minute. So this is not, I may not have a dedicated space for this. I may be running some other business like a music academy, or you said dance academy, for example, and I can use this space in the evening for chess.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
okay.
one model.
That's very interesting.
Yes. So that's one model, which is a satellite center.
Okay.
But bare minimum 250 square feet is something that you dedicate for chess. The investment for that varies anywhere between 5 to 7 lakhs. You can accommodate about 65 to 70 students on weekly basis in that center and make yourself a revenue of 1.5 lakhs. Okay, so that's just your passive income from your existing business.
From the existing real estate.
Right? Yes. Now, the second model is basically for someone who is just trying to set up something for themselves. This could be their first business. This could be their passive income. They have very limited budget to get started. Anywhere between 18 to 19 lakhs is what it will cost them. 450 to 650 square feet is what they need to get started with. Okay. How does it work is we give you how the infrastructure needs to look like. So there's a playbook of getting started, which has a bunch of vendors, basic design of how every center should look like. Basically, Chess Club, you can take an example of McDonald's. The structure could be different.
Right.
The colors are the same. The theme is the same.
Right.
When you enter, it screams of chess. But
Right.
at the same time, it's very calm.
Right.
I'm not sure if you have seen pictures, videos. You can relate to the place and you feel like, okay, I should sit down and play chess here. And then what we help you throughout the journey is the marketing playbook, right? There are several chess academies. What makes us stand out is the sheer churn of students that we as a brand can help you with limited period of time and limited spend also. That is also because Sudev, he and I used to work with different brands who wanted to set up their digital marketing presence. So we'll help them with meta ads. We've helped them with several things. Most important challenging thing is getting the right people to teach chess, right? So coaches are something that we help with, and we deploy those coaches when respective
And when
centers.
you say hunt for the right person, that means a certified coach.
There is no mandatory rule book that you should be certified, right? So going back to how our mechanism works, we have 6 levels: beginner 1 and 2, intermediate 1 and 2, and advanced 1 and 2. Immaterial of you being certified or not, you can teach anybody, right? What helps the certification is just the sheer integrity part of it, right? Okay, he has a certificate, but very few chess coaches will have certificates. So what we rather do is somebody who has been playing chess for a very long time, right? We bring them on par with our curriculum. Okay, so they should know the curriculum in and out, and what they should also know is how to handle the pressure of coaching. Something as simple as, which is a very commonly used terminology in the game of chess, if you see casually people playing, he's my enemy, right? It's not an enemy, right? It's opponent. So, and then they say kill when you're capturing pieces. We don't say kill, we say capture. So the culture is slightly different. So we ensure that these coaches are very, very, very well introduced to the culture, and we help the franchisees to optimize their resources, how to segregate batches, how to make use the best of the space, how to conduct tournaments, right? So the entire SOP from right day 0 to say 365 days, it's all well documented so that they can go back and refer to. So yeah, these are the things that we help them with.
But what do you see, like in case of Indian cities, semi-urban or urban cities like Bangalore, metro cities like Bengaluru, right? Which kind of cities, plus which part of these cities are basically more receptive or have more kind of students willing to turn up for a chess as a sport?
Metros, definitely. Tier 2 and tier 3 cities kind of become a place where you need to educate parents. Okay, it's not that they don't know, right? But they are slightly cost sensitive at times. But surprisingly, in tier 3 city, there has been absolute record breaking numbers that we have seen. Okay, I think in the month of February we started a center in Hingoli. Have you heard of the place?
No.
Exactly. So people don't know where Hingoli is, but when we started that center, it surprised us, right? So on day 1 we took about 24 admissions.
Wow.
That means the center was operationally break even on first day.
Awesome.
Okay, so answering your question, the demand is there everywhere.
So that's the aspirational India that we are talking about,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Tier 3 cities that they want to explore new things.
Yeah.
And this is, I won't say this is new, but after the recent, all the success that we have seen of our youngsters, I think this has penetrated to that market as well.
Absolutely,
Right.
yes.
Sana, Chess Club has been named one of the top 200 franchise options, right?
Yes.
Along with Zepto, Tanishq,
Yeah.
brands like these. What is it that Chess Club is doing right?
I think the ROI is quicker. Right. And this was done by Franchise India last year. It is one of the biggest companies that organizes franchise shows every year. And we were awarded for being one of the 200 top investments in India. I think what we do really great is getting their money back very, very quickly. We tell 18 to 24 months and people do get their money back in 18 to 24 months.
Very nice. So, how did Sahana, you personally ended up in Chess Club? Because I know that you started from a textile company, being a project manager there. From textile to chess, it's a long shift.
Yeah. Kaise aa gaye is a very interesting question. So I was a merchandiser. I did my MBA in retail management. I've done luxury management. I've done a lot of things. And when I was studying, I've done a lot of odd jobs. Right. Every job I have done, I've absolutely loved everything that I've. Right. How did I end up in Chess Club is a very interesting journey again. I think I told you. So Dev and I were, running a marketing agency, digital marketing agency. We were helping small and medium business owners to reach their online presence to its optimum possibility, right? So Archana is Sudev's wife. She started Chess Club at her house. Amazing lady. Super woman. Very organized. Someone who can handle zillion things in a day. So her kids outgrew her lap. They started going to college. She wanted to do something for herself, right? So she started in February 2019 in her place. She had about 30 students in just 1 month. And she wanted us to do her website. And when we did her website, eventually she also needed some help in terms of designing her brand assets, etc., etc. That's where the journey started. So we were helping her as a digital marketing agency, and in 2019 COVID started to show its traces, right? So our digital marketing clients started to just go down a little bit. Then I started getting involved a lot more in Chess Club. Till today, even I don't know how I transitioned into this role. But yes, when we started this center in Bangalore in 2022, I was very focused. I told Sudev, I don't want to do anything else, any other business, any other venture that you have. I don't think I want to involve there. I want to focus on Chess Club only.
So when you entered the chess world, what was that one thing that you saw and said, I'm not prepared for this?
No, in fact, there were positives. I love children, and the amount of love, and the moment you enter a classroom and you hear those giggles, the amount of joy, you might be having the worst day of your life. You just go to them and the glitter in their eyes changes you completely. It was love at first work day.
Now also, you being leading Chess Club, still I know that you sit in a center, you watch kids play,
Yes.
right? So you're really involved. So let me ask you this: what is the type of an ideal chess student for Chess Club?
Ideal student, I would not say someone who wins all the tournaments. I would say someone who understands the game and enjoys it. I wouldn't say that don't win the tournaments. I wouldn't say don't go to tournaments and don't make it big in life, but fall in love with the game. So someone who follows our instructions and is respectful to the opponent and the coaches, and who is regular, is I'm very low in maintenance that way. You just do these 4 things and you're the best student for us.
Okay, good. There are a lot of working professionals who have money to invest. They want to start something on their own, because these days, and we keep pitching this, these days jobs have no guarantee, right? They want to start something for their family or for themselves to have a side income. Is Chess Club franchisee model kind of fits or gives that opportunity to them?
Absolutely. If you see the number of franchisee owners that we have today, it all started with the same thought. So a lot of them were parents of the Chess Club students. Okay, so they came, they saw, they fell in love, they started Chess Club as a side hustle. Now this has become their main source of income.
Wonderful, amazing. So Sahana, last time when Gukesh won in Singapore, right, 50 million people watched that game. Right? That's like more than some of the IPL matches.
Yes.
Right? So the trend is changing. Right? Everyone can see that. But where do you see this, because you are in this industry, where do you see this going next 5 years, 10 years probably?
You answered the question. It is more than some of the IPL matches, right? If not as popular as IPL, but nothing less than that either, right? The number of people who play chess is also increasing. That means they want to see, how it is played on a very competitive platform. But at the same time, people want to see India on a bigger platform. So the inquisitiveness of who is Gukesh, right? So that'll take the industry to the next stage where it, definitely deserves to be. And also we do have some interesting concepts like Global Chess League and things like that, which will absolutely make this a mainstream sport very, very soon. So I will not be surprised to have more viewers watching chess than IPL very, very soon. If not in this year, but definitely down the line in 3 or 5 years.
Before more viewers, more investment.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And that is
more
pouring
business
in.
for us.
Yeah, and that's pouring in.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sahana, for your time.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure.
Okay.